What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Full 90. It is time for Bundesliga Week 2 predictions. I just want to say thank you, all of you, for the support on the channel. We're now in full flow with Serie A, La Liga, Bundesliga, Premier League. We will be having Champions League coming after the international break. And I'm thinking from the third round, we'll do Carabao Cup and FA Cup as well, possibly. So let me know your thoughts of that down in the comments. We are actually 5 subscribers away from 35,000, which is mental because last time we did a Bundesliga video, we were on 34,000. So thank you a lot. If you enjoy these predictions, please do click a sub down below. And real quick, flashing up on the screen are all the people that are supporting me over on the Patreon. You have one more week to join the Patreon for a chance to win $100 like everyone you see on your screen. So if that's something you'd be interested in, as well as the exclusive members tips and accumulators, click the link in the description. But now it is time, as I said, for the Bundesliga. And there were some interesting results last game week. We had Bayern Munich opening night beating RB Leipzig 6-0. Does this mean Leipzig aren't good, or does it just mean Bayern are amazing? I gotta be honest, I think it just speaks volumes of how good Bayern are, rather than how bad Leipzig could potentially be. But nevertheless, we're starting up with Hamburg, who got a good draw against Borussia Monchengladbach, and St Pauli, who got an amazing comeback against Borussia Dortmund to draw 3-3. I do think St Pauli are a better team, but Hamburg are at home here with the home advantage. I'm going to split the two and say that it will be a 1-1 draw. And the tip is a big one. It is my highest odds tip of the week. It's both teams to score and under 3.5 goals at 3. So that's 1-1 or 2-1 either way. Obviously, we had the 0-0 here and the 3-3 here. So let's just split the difference and call it 2-1, shall we? So there we go. Both teams to score and under 3.5 goals. After this, TSG Hoffenheim beating Bayer Leverkusen 2-1, and Eintracht Frankfurt getting a massive win against Werder Bremen 4-1. Great result for Hoffenheim there, but I do like what I'm seeing with Eintracht Frankfurt. Again, I think there's going to be goals. I'm going to go for a 3-2 win to Eintracht Frankfurt, and the tip is going to be both teams to score and over 2.5 goals at 1.72. Next up, we do have RB Leipzig against Heidenheim. Heidenheim losing to Wolfsburg 3-1. My tip was Wolfsburg double chance last game week because they were outsiders, and Heidenheim got absolutely spanked. Leipzig are going to bounce back from this 6-0 demolition job. I'm going to go 3-1, a Leipzig classic. The odds are very much in Leipzig's favour, so I'm going to tip RB Leipzig and both teams to score at 2.87. After this, it is Stuttgart up against Monchengladbach. Stuttgart losing out to Union Berlin. That was a shock, I'll be honest. And Gladbach unable to get the win against Hamburg as well. So both teams will want to bounce back. I think Stuttgart can do it at home. I believe they're playing Eintracht Braunschweig. Is that what they're called? Yeah, they are. They're playing in the German Cup today. I think they'll win that. But I'm going to go for them to get essentially back-to-back wins here. I'm going to say they'll beat Gladbach 2-1. But the tip is going to be both teams to score at 1.5. Not very high odds, but I think it's very likely. Now, after this, we have Werder Bremen, who got spanked, as I said, by Eintracht Frankfurt, and Bayer Leverkusen, who lost to Hoffenheim. I do think Leverkusen bounced back here, and I really, really like the odds. So I'm going to go Bremen to score. I'm going to go Leverkusen 3. But the odds, Bayer Leverkusen to win, the odds that I've got from Bet365 are 1.95. We've got evens here from Hollywood Bets. I thought about Bayer Leverkusen and both teams to score, but the odds of a Leverkusen win at evens are so good, I'm going to take that. After this, we have Augsburg up against Bayern Munich. Augsburg beat Freiburg 3-1, but Bayern Munich are just different gravy, aren't they? So I'm going to say that Augsburg will score, and I'll give Bayern 4 goals. You could go Bayern and both teams to score. Odds will be somewhere between 2 and 2.5, but I'm going to say Bayern Munich -2 handicap at 2.5, and that allows for a 3-0. It allows for a 4-5-6-0, but a 4-1 would suffice as well. Bayern Munich to... I mean, they've won the league, haven't they? They're just so good, and their front attacking line looks incredible. So I'm going to say 4-1 to Bayern Munich. After this, it's Wolfsburg up against Mainz. Mainz, I was surprised that they lost this game, but Wolfsburg, not really surprised they beat Heidenheim there. I think Wolfsburg win this one. I'll keep it relatively close at 2-1, but my tip is Wolfsburg to win at 2.05. I really, really like the odds. I think they're slightly skewed, and I think that's a very, very good pick, Wolfsburg to win. Following that, we have Dortmund up against Union Berlin. Again, Union Berlin, I was not expecting them to beat Stuttgart, and Dortmund threw away a lead against St Pauli. I think Dortmund bounced back here. I'm going to go 2-0. a rare Dortmund clean sheet, and my tip is actually going to be Borussia Dortmund and under 4.5 goals. I thought about 3.5, but under 4.5 goals gives you odds of 1.8, and that's a big increase from here. And obviously for that not to come in, 4-1, 3-2, 5-0. I'm not sure Dortmund do that, so I'll say 2-0. Borussia Dortmund under 4.5 goals. It still allows for a 4-0, 3-1. So I quite like that, and it's a big boost in odds. The final game is Cologne up against Freiburg, and I think this is actually quite a tricky one. A brilliant result there against Mainz 1-0, and Freiburg losing to Augsburg 1-3, as it says there. I'm going to go for another draw. Both teams to score is the tip at 1.75. So these are my tips. I have all teams scoring except for Union Berlin. That's not a shock for the Bundesliga, is it? But I have got the heavyweights winning. You've got Dortmund, Bayer Leverkusen, Bayern Munich, Leipzig, I guess you could say, and Frankfurt. Those are my heavyweights. I do consider Gladbach a good team in the Bundesliga, but they're playing Stuttgart away, which is a tough game. Wolfsburg, you never know what you're going to get from them in terms of a season. It could be, you know, upper, like top half, or it could be just mid-table. You never really know. So I think a lot of goals will fly in. Bayern Munich, Bayer Leverkusen, Frankfurt. That'd be a great game. Hoffenheim, Frankfurt. Those are my picks. So that is going to do it for Bundesliga Week 2 predictions. And naturally, as the season progresses and we get into the later stages, you know, I'm talking September, October, November, still this year, we'll hone in more and more on more accurate predictions. It can be a little bit tricky with the August fixtures to see what you're going to get, but we're doing our best, and I'm excited for the fixtures going forward. So make sure you drop a like, subscribe so you don't miss any videos. We've, of course, got Serie A and La Liga on the channel tomorrow, Premier League the day after that, so make sure you don't miss it, and I'll see you in those next videos very soon.